Let's talk project management and time tracking tools. Now, when you decided to open your own digital marketing agency, the last thing you thought you're going to be doing is spending hours every month in spreadsheets with numbers in front of you, trying to figure out if you're actually making money with all the clients you have. Now, the good news is that you can track profitability by keeping the following items in check. If you have a solid agency financial data running in your business, you have a solid profit and loss statement, you know how profitable each of your clients are, you have a great accountant who works in the professional services business, and you have a dashboard of all the numbers that are important for you to run a successful agency. We've covered each of these in a previous video in agency growth. Once you have all of that information, you are well on your way to actually knowing all the profitability and the numbers that are important in your agency. With that in mind, then you can move forward and look at time tracking tools and project management tools. So, what time tracking tool are you currently using? Is this working? You must have a tool for tracking time in an agency. That is what you're living off. The time it takes for your staff to do particular work that gets results for clients. That's what you're being paid for. Um, is the time tracking tool that you're using easy to use, and is it automated so your staff don't have to log this manually? It can be quite time consuming for someone to go back over and go, what did I do? Unless you have an automatic tool for that. Time tracking in a professional services business is vital. You have to know what work your team is doing, what's bringing the results for clients, and how profitable it is for your agency. A project management software that helps you do resource planning and time tracking, along with issue management, a traffic light system on, whether something is in urgent, it's red, it's amber, it's in the middle, or green, it's got to go. And billing can be a great tool to actually have included in your project management tools. The ideal tool for your agency depends on many different factors, such as the size of your agency, the internal processes you have adopted by your agency as well. Here are a few tips to help you find the right project management tool. Get the tool yourself and use it for a month. Play with it. Don't implement it in the company until you have trialed the free trials, looked at some tools, given yourself maybe a small project, and see how you like it as the owner and senior leader in the business. Transfer maybe one project and create templates to make the transition really smoother. If you agree that there is a tool that you want to work on, work with somebody on your services team as a direct point of contact and say to them, can we take one of the clients and transfer one of the projects? It could be a campaign, and get to work with them on the agency playbook and create a template in the tool. This person's going to have the direct responsibility for the implementation going forward. So definitely someone that's a permanent member of staff, who's good at training, good at explaining themselves to other people, good at recording videos, because you're going to need a lot of them when you start to implement the tool. Once you've agreed that that's the way you're going to go, announce that you're implementing the new tool and give along some guidelines along with the announcement to avoid any confusion among your staff. What can happen is when you start to announce a new tool without some templates and a bit of a guideline on it, it can stop what they're using currently. They will completely stop. So mention that there's a transition period. Talk everyone through the fact that you're going to announce, or you're going to actually have a tool in place by a certain date, and what's going to happen between now and then. Share your company vision with everyone so that everyone in the agency knows why you are bringing on a project management tool. Show your figures and explain how important the profitability in your agency is. And then create a group goal. It could be, if we achieve X amount of profitability in the next financial year, we're going on a cruise, or we're going to have a big Christmas party. Create a dashboard that everyone can see these KPIs every day, and you can show clearly the link between them time tracking and the project management tool on the dashboard, and how important it is for everyone to log their time so that we can all get this goal together. You can then set up individual meetings with everyone and find out what their personal goals are. Are they saving for a holiday, or are they saving for a home? Match their KPIs with the goals of your agency, and then put a picture of the rewards on their desktop. They can do this themselves, or in a shared notice board. You could have a notice board in the staff room of what everyone's working towards, so that we keeps the whole team bonded. Here are some good questions for you to help evaluate which project management tool is going to be right for your agency. How many people work in your agency? What's the size of your business, and what are their roles? How many clients are you managing? How many of them are on HubSpot or Infusionsoft or Salesforce? What is your main software? What invoice system are you using? Does that link with the project management tool? There's no point working with one that doesn't, because then you're going to have to do another manual. If it's not a direct integration, is there a Zapier link that you can have? What tools are you currently managing what are using for your projects? Are you using spreadsheets? Are you using apps? What are you currently working? What's working well and what's not working in your current tools? How do you track time? Do you track time? What's your onboarding process? Now, this is onboarding for clients as well as onboarding for your staff. And if you say you don't have one, look at the further videos to find out how those both work. What file management system do you use? How do you manage your contracts to see if there's a profit over time? What project management tools have you used in the past? Have you used other ones? Have people been burnt by them? Have you dropped them? Have you not been consistent? This is all very relevant. I see a lot of agencies swapping tools all the time, and it really isn't about the tool, it's about the consistency of using it and making sure everyone's on board. So if you have that meeting with the team to go, hey, profitability is really important. How do we know we're profitable? You time track. If you time track, we'll be more profitable. If we're more profitable, we can have, better team building events and a Christmas party. Make them know that their time tracking and their profit, their actual input into being profitable is extremely vital in your agency. What tools have you researched already in your search for a project management tool? Is there something that you're interested in? Now, we've included a complete list of all the project management tools that could be a good fit for your agency by size. So if you actually go and check out the checklist that we have included, you'll see some of these numbers. A very popular one at the moment with a lot of inbound agencies is Cello, Aussie-based company, and they've got great time tracking, and they can also do capacity planning, which is really good. So that's one to check out, but I've given a complete list depending on the size of your agency, and you can go forward from there. So thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this video about project management and time tracking tools. Check out the complete list and do your own research as I've given you the guidelines.